Day 98, smell the flowers. Or, as some people say, stop to smell the flowers. But what I'm getting at is be okay with silence, be okay with being still and being chill with your thoughts. I do not think enough people know how to do that. And when you are in this growth mindset, right? When you are, personal development, so you're reading the books, you've got the audio books, you've got the real books, you're listening to stuff in the car, you're out walking out and about, or you're out on your scooter, or you're out on your bike, and you've always got something plugged in, right? Again, you don't give it a break when you're at the gym. Sometimes you still play the stuff when you're in the shower. Literally, the only break that you give yourself to be alone is right before you fall asleep. And that's, I'm a huge believer that some of the most important uh, decisions that we make, some of the most important epiphanies that we have, some of the most important moments in our business happen when we are still with our thoughts, when our minds are clear, when we're actually not doing things necessarily related to our business. So I'm going to give an example of this. So when I was an Uber and a Lyft driver, as I've said before, the only and sole purpose that I began driving was to grow my pet care business, was to get paid to build my clientele. So I quickly went overboard, okay? I realized that the time I was spending in the car, in between, most of the people do not want to talk to you. I quickly realized, and I thought, okay, why don't I use this empty space to listen to my audiobooks? And I would just get super into my audiobooks, not even care about the people in the car other than, when I had to. So I remember one time, and this was maybe like 1 or 2 months before I completely stopped driving, because I realized I was using it as a crutch, and it's very easy to hop in the car, click on a button, and drive, instead of, again, the whole point of it was to grow my actual business. So I remember I got this passenger, and she sat next to me in the front seat, which should have already been an indication. Most of them like to get in the back, myself included. And I remember I was like super into my audiobook. I was like even said a couple things like in agreement. And I totally missed out that this girl was like trying to talk to me, was like trying to literally network with me. Long story short, we ended up exchanging information. We talked about the audiobook, we connected on LinkedIn, and she ended up booking a couple tours later on down the road, purely based on the fact that we connected. And I almost missed that opportunity. And how many opportunities are we missing by being distracted when maybe we shouldn't be? Maybe we don't need to be. Maybe take a walk and leave your phone at home. Maybe use like one of your commutes, your morning or evening commute, again, just to be alone with your thoughts. Maybe at the end of the day it's better, right? Because when you're beginning your day, you really want to hype yourself up. But I really do think that people are uncomfortable with silence, and that's not good. You should learn to be comfortable with silence, because what that means is that you are like filler sound, filler noise, whether it's good stuff, whether you're learning or not, whether it's toxic crap, garbage, you know what I mean? Be okay with silence, be okay with your thoughts, and recognize that some of the most profitable aspects of your business happen when you're resting. So be okay with silence, stop and smell the flowers.